Hello traders and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill, we're in Pattaya, Thailand, and woohoo, cloudy skies. I don't think it's going to last long though. I think we can see some sunshine today. Traders, great to be with you on this Thursday. Wow, this week went quick, huh? 2 days, we're at Thursday already. Ah, man. Yeah, pumping some coffee. What's going on? Man, wow. So in the last hour or so, last hour, the pound, the Aussie, just like dumped like a gazillion pips. I have no idea what that's about, but we'll try to figure it out sometime today. Good to be with you. It's Thursday. No lands today. Nibbled a little bit in the market yesterday and played with that euro. Happened to work out. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's take a look at what's going on data-wise today. Construction PMI out of the pound later in the day. Spanish 10-year obligation auction. Oh, I was reading. I guess Italy is really in some financial issues. Yeah, I guess Italy's in some financial issues. Hey, it's ADP non-farm employment today, as we have job numbers tomorrow. Initial jobless claims also in the U.S. today. ISM manufacturing employment, ISM manufacturing PMI, prices, new home sales for November, month on month. Let's just take a look at tomorrow. Only reason I do that is because I'm 12 hours ahead of Wall Street. So just see if we have anything that's coming up later in the day that we should know about. Nothing. I don't see anything. Looks good. All right. Total vehicle sales out of the States. Who cares? Who cares? What do we got? S&P's down a little bit. Let's jump over to New York, take a peek. What happened in New York? What's going on? Crude, doing nothing. Basically just sit at this 45, 60, 70 area, 80 area, just bubbling around there, not making any moves at all. It looks like gold is maybe going to take a break, go sideways for a couple of days. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Dollar index up at 96.66. Again, no big movements here, just hanging out. However, there is a big movement here, and that is in the VIX. Look at this VIX. The VIX is now down to 23.22. Surprising, to be honest with you. Maybe everybody's not back to work yet, but the VIX is slow. A little slow there. The ES is sideways, really. So I was a little down day yesterday. Not a lot at all. Just I wouldn't get too concerned about that, but it is sideways. And after that couple of day push up, we'll see what happens here. It's really far away from this 200 exponential moving average, and price loves the 200, so maybe this will kick back a little bit. It's not going to go back to the 200 very fast, but maybe we'll get a kick up here. We'll see what happens here. It's at support. It's at a good level here. It's coming up to that 2480 level. You'd like to get above that, and then maybe we can buy that if you're going to buy the ESs. The Euro futures /6E, and William says just continue to sell it. Just continue to sell the euro and the pound at appropriate times, and you'll be fine. You'll be just dandy. Oh man! All right. So I was good yesterday. I was concentrating on what I was doing, and things worked out okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, you see this? This is see this? Strong sell. Yeah, that's because everybody dumped like 100 pips in the last hour and a half. So, what else are they gonna say, right? What else are they gonna say? All right, let's do it. Let's hit some charts. Let's get some charts going. All right. So this was the euro yesterday. Remember this resistance line here, and it overshot it, which was no big deal. I saw this. I took this at 14. Was it 75, 70, 1475? I think I took it to the downside of 78. 1478, I took it down, and I got out really before the 200. I think I got out on this pullback here. Maybe it was there, 1440 or something like that, 43 maybe. I only got like 27 pips in this trade. I really I ended up leaving my desk, so I put it up on my, and I didn't take my iPad with me. That was a mistake. Remember I said this year I'm going to take my iPad everywhere I go. Well, I had it on my phone, and I got an iPhone 6, but it's tiny. You know, it's small. You know, I can't even read the damn thing. But so anyhow, I got out early, and this thing just really just plummeted down. This was really nice moving here on a first formal trading day back in the markets. I hope somebody caught some of that. I didn't get a lot of piss, but hey, listen, it was a positive day, and I'm okay with that. I'll take 20. I think it was 26 or 27 pips I took. I'll take it any day of the week. It was good. It was all right. So now, what are we going to do here, right? What's the next thing here? Well, you know, you'd like to see this again. You know, I'd like to see this pull up to this 80 area, this 2780 area, right? I really would. I'd like to see it come there, and then we can sell it from there when and if we get to that level. However, we're not there yet, so no worries there. However, now I'm saying, listen, you know, counter trend trade here, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a, you know, I forgot. There was a gentleman that wrote me before the end of the year stating he had trouble seeing, and I couldn't remember which. I think it was the green arrow he couldn't see. Oh, I hope I got that right. All right. Hopefully that's okay for him. So anyhow, so yeah, so you know, we got a big bearish candle here, and you know, we're coming down to some level, but you know, if it just doesn't continue just to bang to the downside, you know, I don't see any reason why we can't maybe make a move here to the upside and take this up a little bit. So, you know, where are you going to take it to? Well, you know, it sounds great. Hey, let's take it to the 200 exponential moving average. However, if you look at these EMAs, they're pointed to the downside. We got angle, we got separation, right? You know, price is right on top of price right now. So this isn't a trade that looks like it's going to happen real quick. But I do think that I think we need to fib this, right? Just fib this, right? So, you know, I'm a big advocate, of course, of the 236 fib level here, which might work. And that's going to bring you up at 1350. So that's maybe a good level to take it in, or the 382 would be a nice level also, somewhere in that area. Remember, when I talk about numbers, folks, it's really just a zone. It's just an area where we want to look to maybe enter our trade. You know, I don't hold it right to that extreme number, right? We don't want to do that. All right, let's so anybody know what's going on here? Whoa. Yeah, what this was all about here. So, right, this comes down. So we're the 30-minute chart. So we're an hour and a half now, and it's just coming up on 6:54 a.m. in the morning here in Thailand. So this big candle came down. Now, you know, I read that Apple took a hit. I think Apple took a hit yesterday because of forecast or something like that. But this isn't an Apple thing. I have no idea what this is, and I really didn't have time to look at it. But again, we're into this. This is, you know, this is an event, right? Something came out. Price just took a dump. It's not news. So something came out. This took a dump. So what are you going to do here? Well, nothing, to be honest with you. Nothing. You got to have to wait here and let this, you know, I always say it comes back to the mean of the chart, right? So, you know, I'd like to see it back up at this 2580 area, and maybe we could take it down from there, right? Just as an example, right? You know, again, we can pop the Mr. Fibonacci on there, and we're going to take that all the way down to the end of that wick there. They just love giving me pop-ups. They're not happy with William. All right, so here we are. So we're looking at, you know, the 382 Fibonacci level, but you know I like my 80s. So 1250, yeah, 1250, 1260, somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. 1260, that's 1258 right there. So, you know, we'll look to get in here somewhere in that area. You know, I'm just watching this 10 AMA pointed really down to the downside. You know, this 55 pointed to the downside. You know, again, this is going to come back. This is going to kick back, right? You can see this was, whatever the event was, that's going to come back to the mean. So it's going to come somewhere back in this level where it started at. So we'll just wait and see. You know, there's nothing we can do here with that. And apparently, I mean, all these pairs have done this. You know, we take a look at the Aussie just to get out of the dollar pair. I'm into the AUD. Let's look at JPY here. Whoa. William can't type today. Yeah, look at this. You know, unfortunately, you know, there's just nothing we can do here, folks. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it is what it is, right? You know, you're not gonna buy this here, right? We're bearish in the Aussie, so we really want to take this to the downside. You know, so we're looking at, you know, again, wait till it maybe gets close to that 10 EMA there, and we can sink it to the downside. But there's no trade here, and there's probably not going to, you know, hopefully what's going to happen is in Asia here, this is just going to go sideways, and that's what we want to see. Come up to a point, go sideways, and then in London, like 90 minutes an hour before London, we'll get in here and we'll try to figure out what the heck's going to go on here, and we'll take a look at what's happening. All these pairs are the same. The CAD, everybody's just, whatever this news was, whatever came out, it just absolutely just tore it apart. And, yeah. So not much to really talk about, to be honest with you. All the charts look the same. Yeah, so here's your Aussie. Again, made that big move. Now it's coming back, right? Coming back to the mean of the chart. You know, this was a nice move if you were in it here, right? You know, this was a half hour ago, so it 6:30 a.m. for me. I'll take some coffee on that note. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to sell it here. You see, the problem here is we're going to end up. See, this is coming right back into support now, right? So this is coming back into support. Now, do I think this is going to kick back up here? No, because this was an event, right? This wasn't data. This was an event. So this is just going to keep doing its thing here. You know, I'm not too sure how we're going to work this here. But it's Euro Aussie. It does what it wants. Again, look at your EMAs. You know, all point to the upside. You know, angle separation. We have it all here to the upside. So yeah. So we'll just watch. This thing's sinking. It's coming back into support. We might, you know what? We might, maybe, possibly. We'll put this up here for a second. We might get an opportunity to buy this. Right? We might get a bounce here. We get a bounce there. We might get an opportunity to take this to the upside. We can't do nothing until we find out what price is going to do. Like I said, all the charts, most of the charts, not never say all, most of the charts look the same. Let's take a look one more. Let's take a look at my friend, the Great British Pound, JPY, called the Beast when I started trading. Yeah, here we go, another one, right? Just banged it down, right? Came all the way down, came back up, right? Now you're in this. Who knows what it wants to do? Is it going to come back down from here? Do you want to sell? The only advantage of this chart is we're in a really wide open space here. We are really in a wide open space. So if you're bearish,
it's 7 hours.
Again, I would take that down to the wick because that's just right? If you're bearish, you can think, well, maybe you'll take it at this 50 level, this 50 Fibonacci level, and that's at 134.52, so 134.50. So, you know, this ain't a bad spot, right? But what is now? We're looking at maybe a green candle coming up. Really, out of everything we looked at today, this pound yen looks like the nicest one that we might, you know, be able to for continuation to the downside. Right, this is in a wide open space. It's done its thing. It's come back up. It's at a nice level. You know, I like my 50s. It's at a 50% Fibonacci level. I don't think it's a bad thing. The 10 EMA is a little bit far away from it, but not crazy. But look at this angle and separation, right? Look at this angle and separation. When I talk about angle and separation, I'm talking about EMAs that are turned to the same direction. And we got angle and separation, right? To the downside, separation, good angle, separation, and then price rode that 10 EMA all the way down. Now it's right there, so it's not far away. You know, the worst that's going to happen is this is going to come back to the 10 EMA, or the 10 EMA is going to come to price. And at that point, it'll make a decision what it wants to do. So, again, this might go sideways for a couple of hours before it decides what it wants to do, or it's going to come back up to that 10, hit the 10, and then continue to the downside. That's what we'd like to see, somewhere in that kind of thing. All right, my friends, it is great to be with you today. Let's see what's going on. I don't want to see it. Who cares? Oh, man. I'll tell you. Unbelievable, huh? Yeah, Apple, well, said Apple took a hit. Doesn't look like it took a hit too bad. All right, so that's it. Trade is always made to trade smart, not hard. Follow the rules, and you'll be fine. As they say, trade mechanically, and you'll be just fine. Oil's at 45.80. Not doing a thing. Gold, 1.288. Not doing a lot. What was it? 1,276 yesterday or something like that? Not doing a lot. Traders, have a great trading day. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning in Asia. Yes, it's a Friday, but I'm going to be here. Take care, traders. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.